Morning world, welcome to Monday, January 20th. It still hasn't come. Mother-in-law's newspaper. See, sometimes she says, well, you haven't been to fetch a newspaper. And I'll say, well, I have, it just has not arrived. It is 10 to midday. So what have I been doing all morning? Well, I haven't been doing it all morning, but I've been doing it part of the morning. Our local council contacted me a couple of weeks ago and said, could I possibly take the drone up into the town and fly around some of the council-owned buildings, so the town hall, the chip-in, the old schoolhouse at the chip-in, the old police station. Could I fly around and we just want to look at the ridge lines, look at chimneys, look at ventilation, tile stuff out. So I did that earlier. Didn't quite get it finished. I ran out of battery. It's quite cold out there. So I got to go back this afternoon, maybe, and finish that off. So I've not got a lot of farm work done this morning. I'm not going to get any farm work done this morning because now I'm off to Barclay to pay a bill. Right, that's one less debt to worry about. So, and I got a quote done in Dursley as well, which was quite convenient. And I just had a phone call from another lady in Dursley who just said, can I go and look at her tree? I said, I've literally just driven past you. And that happens a lot. Anyway, we are moseying on towards lunchtime, but I reckon I can get an hour's worth of hedge trimming in before lunch. I want to get this end finished. I was hoping to get this started earlier, but it didn't happen. It was, I knew I was going to be doing the survey for the town council. I didn't know it was going to be today. So they rang up this morning. I said, when can you do it? I said, I'll do it today. You know, why put it off? You might as well just get it done. So we are a few hours behind on my work. Bit of catching up to do. I've also got a bit of bedding to do later on as well. So they've started making that a bit mucky. And I noticed that somebody, some dirty oik, again. Right, so we're going to tootle down the field nice and gently. Give the tractor a chance to warm up a little bit before I engage any PTO. We're just going to mosey on there gently. So, like I say, there's no point in rushing. I want the engine to warm up. So the first piece of hedge I'm going to do is down there where the sheep are, which is 350 metres away. 310 actually. So we'll just 1200 RPM, tickle down there, let the engine warm up. So last night or yesterday afternoon I put 2 trail cameras back out. I have got a third camera now, but I'm 2 batteries short, 2 rechargeable batteries short. I was going to buy some more, but Famous Dave said to me, he said, oh, don't buy any more. I got loads of them from my metal detecting days. So I think he's going to have a look, see if he can find some of his rechargeable batteries. Like I said, there's no point in me buying a load more. And we'll put a third camera out. So I don't know if people are interested. I mean, I'm interested to know what's around the farm. I mean, seeing all those black and whites over the other day, you know, kind of confirms my suspicions, but yeah, it's nice to know what's hanging around the farm, whether you want it or not. Go on then, tell me who made that and that. How many toes can you see? And look at the length of the claws. That's no dog. Ready? We're out the blue now. Good to go.
I wear the scars like tattoos, every single break and bruise, so I know what the cost is. I'll go through anything to get where I wanna be. Nothing you throw at me gonna knock me off my feet. It might take everything, so if you want it, you gotta be ready to play. 'Cause I'll go through anything, and you're gonna have to go through me. You're walking in like you're Goliath. They tell me that you're 10 feet tall. They tell me you can never fall, but I don't really buy it.
Right, final pass and this little bit will be done. So I like to keep this hedge down a bit because it gives me a view from the house into the bottom left hand field. But the hedge also provides a bit of shelter for any stock we might have in that little paddock next door. So yeah, it's worth keeping the hedge. Right. Got to concentrate what I'm doing now because I'm right next to the fence. I do not want to catch the fence. That would be a bad, expensive day. There's not a lot of hedge going out through the fence, but there is enough bramble, and we want to keep the bramble, well, we want to keep it that side of the hedge, or that side of the fence. We don't want it out here. Not that we get a lot of sheep out here, but brambles around the hedges and sheep, they don't get on very well. Looks like my neighbour's sheep have been getting stuck down in here, so we'll cut that back a bit for him as well. Just on the safe side. It's not my edge, but you know, helps the neighbour. Those dashed brambles again. They're good at catching sheep. So this is kind of it for most of the next week, I should think. I'm going to be doing this. Not that I'm trying to put you off joining in and coming to the videos, but yeah, this is it. It's 1.9 kilometers an hour. Looking over my left shoulder, getting a stiff neck, going round, bashing edges. This is the job. So I'm not complaining. I haven't got that much to do compared to some people, but I will be glad when it's finished. So it's one of those jobs that I used to love this. I mean, I used to look forward to doing this, but when you get to my age, it's kind of just another job, you know. It's kind of been there and done it, and So I'm sure to a few people this would be just as exciting as it was for me on my first ever time. But you know, the shine does wear off after a while, mainly because of the pain in my neck. I think that's the worst part of it, is especially if it gets warm in here and I have to have the aircon on. And that was one of the things that put me off the Massey Ferguson 5S 5 tractor. On the hedge trim, I used to spend a lot more time on hedge trimming. I got ready to do some of mine this year. Having the middle pillar just there is, you're having to look round it, so I could see that gave me backache, but also all the ventilation in the Massey was in the cab, aiming down. So if I got warm, well, I wouldn't be able to move my neck at all after a couple of hours on that. So whereas the ventilation of this thing is not up there, it's down there blowing up, not up there blowing down, which for me works a bit better. So anyway, it's 1:30. We might just finish this last little rip off now and go and have a bit of lunch, and then it'll be back down here again after lunch. More of the same. Half of me doesn't want to stop at all. I just want to go on. I could go with a later lunch, I suppose, couldn't I? Maybe we'll have lunch at 2 o'clock. Well, it's not bad. 2:15, we got that piece of hedge finished. Had to go over it a few times. There's a lot of elm in there, and if you do hedge trimming, you'll know that elm does not trim neatly unless you've got razor sharp flails or a double flail. You can't get it neat on one pass, and with this thing with slightly tired flails, you can take 3. So, but yeah, I don't mind looking at that out of my window now. I can put up with that. Dinner time. All rooks are starting to get busy. Won't be long and they'll start building if they haven't already started. So, and the geese won't be long before they start fighting. So yeah, it's all starting to wake up for the spring, innit? So I need to get my edges done. Right, dinner's done. I've had a message from Town Council saying could I go back up and finish the survey this afternoon. And I said, well, my battery is charged, so I could do that. So that's put paid to hedge trimming for another hour, isn't it? Oh well. Doesn't hurt to make yourself useful occasions, is it? Right, we're going to do this and then we'll come back, see what time we've got left, and it'll be maybe back on with the hedge trimmer or maybe bedding out the cattle. Although I could do that later on. Probably back on with the hedge trimmer. Right, that's that job done. They all seem quite happy with that. We just downloaded the SD card onto council's PC. I'm not keeping any of the footage of anything I shot for the council today because, like I said, I'll film it, then they take the SD card, they take everything off the SD, so cut and paste. So I'm not keeping anything because it's basically it's the town's buildings and it's the town, so I've no need for it. So although I did take some nice photographs all around the town for the council and a video from 400 feet up, put the drone straight up 400 feet and basically did a panoramic view all the way around the town from above the civic centre. So yeah, hopefully they can find something useful in that lot. Anyway, Mrs. P's just called. It's 4:15 and she's put the kettle on, so I'm going over a cup of tea.